got Israel Katz, the defense minister in Israel. We got Texas, Marco Rubio. You even have Giorgia Meloni from Italy. You now have Friedrich Merz of Deutschland, and Emmanuel Macron, and Keir Starmer at the bottom of the page. Obviously, Keir Starmer is at the end of the list because nobody really cares much about Starmer. But Ham Shahri, this is the IRGC newspaper, have published these images, and they're all somehow in prison uniforms. Not really sure why they put them in prison uniforms when they want to kill them. I don't think they thought that through when they were creating the AI graphic. Like, we want to kill these people. Okay, what should they dress? Prison uniform? Maybe, yeah. Why? You're going to kill them. And the article's titled, "Revenge is Inevitable." Inevitable. So they've all become Thanos. I am inevitable. And saying that this revenge is the demand of our people, and it will certainly be carried out. Wow, they're confident. These criminals, whose names are known to all, will carry with them until their death the unfulfilled hope of dying peacefully in their beds. I can't take them seriously. So embarrassing. It's bad. It's so bad. Anyway.
Am I
I
straight?
feel bad for Starmer. It's literally about
Let me know if I lean.
It's like, oh no.
I'm trying to keep it straight. It helps if you do this.
They're going to forget about it. It's at the end of the list anyway, bottom of the list.
Yeah, you can almost feel if you're coming out of a line.
Persian Gulf Strait Authority, PGSA, pronounced PIXA. PIXA, yes, love it. Lots of missile and Lego videos from the Islamic regime, but no gay Ayatollah videos. I know, right? I think, to be fair, because they have gotten slightly better at AI, if I were them, I would take the gamble and do an AI video of the Supreme Leader, the gay Ayatollah. Just do it. Some people might believe it's real. Just try it. Because, otherwise,
I'm trying to work on
the way to prove he's alive. Where is your Supreme Leader? Newsmaster, thank you so much, saying if people subscribe, they won't have to wait for YouTube. No, they do. They still have to wait. Even if you subscribe to the channel, you will either have to manually search CCTV, or go on there is a tab on YouTube, subscriptions, all the channels you subscribe to. But the problem is, some people subscribe to 50 million channels for no reason.
What,
they don't
like
watch
this?
You just clog up that feed. If you just subscribe to like 4 or 5, the channels that you actually watch every day, then you can see the feed easier. But because people, a lot of us, including my own family members, subscribe to every channel they like, right? So there's like 25
Yeah, it's
channels
not good to stick your tongue out when you're working out.
And if you go on that feed, the subscriptions,
could bite it.
You have to scroll for ages to find out the latest video of a certain channel. By the time you get there, you've already watched.
I try to do it just when I'm saying hi, but sometimes I'm saying hi to people when I'm working out.
Bell, and then click on all, not personalized. But even then, you won't really get notified if you have.
I'm not really working out.
No,
it's just really some light weights.
You will get notifications from them, and then there is only a few notifications every day that YouTube will send out to you, because they don't want to annoy their users. And so if you already received like a couple of notifications from different channels, then you won't get for this channel. So
elbows up.
And so make sure you only subscribe
this is
to
a good
channels
position.
that you actually watch every day.
Shoulders down and back.
There's a lot of channels that I still like,
Try
but I
to
don't really
hang
subscribe
it.
to them because, it's
That's
just
really
like,
good.
Helps
get into those. It's like giving yourself a deep tissue massage
so even if you
almost.
subscribe, that's not, obviously subscribe, because you will get it in the feed. But you will still have to manually search unless you click on the notification bell. But there is a workaround. The workaround is go on our website, 2c.tv. It's at the bottom of the page in red. 2c.tv.
Snap,
and also
crackle,
download
and pops.
the 2c.tv app.
Are good,
and then
right?
we have our live news section on there, which links back to YouTube, but you can actually just see our live news, the latest ones that get
little
updated
ones, big
as it
ones.
happens.
Yeah,
So
you don't
that's
want
probably the best way.
dislocations.
Just download
Snap,
the 2C
crackles, and
app,
pops, right?
and you stay up to date with everything, and obviously access
I am
to
a
the
cap
website as
gun.
well. Obviously, we'll still go to YouTube, but you will see the list of their videos that we have. This equals goat heifers. No, yeah, it doesn't really stand. It's an acronym. But
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Toll tax. You do a great job, 2C. Thank you.
I got it right here.
Justin says that
Someone wanted to do a book for Places to Know. I mean, a reading from the book for Places to Know. They wanted to do a book. That's funny. That's Russell Brand. Well, you know, I could put it on my bumper, but I wasn't sure if that would get me beat up or pats on the back or nothing at all. I mean, it'd be pretty silly to give someone a hard time over a bumper sticker, right? Page 250, The Giant Killer. You requested this book! You're the one that requested it, and it is funny that the Russell Brand sticker was in there, too. David, by Michelangelo. That's funny. I'm actually kind of finding that pretty funny too. I did not do that on purpose. You're the one that chose the book. I didn't even have time to collaborate that. You literally had just asked me right before I got it out of the closet. There's no one in here. It was sitting on my bed. Yeah, 2C did it. He came through the screen. Wow. No, there's nobody in here. See? I'm dealing with them being crazy. It's insane. Long ago, some people called the Philistines had a giant named Goliath in their army. He was so big and fierce that he could frighten almost anyone. But a shepherd boy named David was not afraid of Goliath. When the Philistines attacked David's people, he stepped forward and killed Goliath with just one stone shot from his sling. The frightened Philistines ran away. When David grew older, he became king of Israel, the land where his people lived. You can see a large statue of David as a young man if you visit the Academy of Fine Arts in Florence, Italy. The statue was made by Michelangelo, an Italian sculptor who lived long ago. Yeah, some people do lives and stuff, right? And you can see these things as they look today from people doing lives in live time. It makes me want to cry. I do sometimes, actually. It's insane. Stay on the horse. Get my chicken claws out of the way. Been called worse. Stay on the horse. Horses have been so important to men that sometimes when a sculptor makes a statue of a person, he includes a horse. This kind of statue is called an equestrian statue. Equestrian means on horseback. One of the oldest equestrian statues is of the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. It stands near the Capitol in Rome, Italy. Another equestrian statue you can see is the one of Joan of Arc in the Place du Martroi in Orleans, France. Place du Martroi, yeah. Joan rode a horse when she led the French army to victory. You can see still another equestrian statue in London, England. It is of Richard I, called the Lion-Hearted, and it stands in front of the Houses of Parliament. Yeah, here you go. And in Lima, Peru, you can see an equestrian statue of Francisco Pizarro, the Spanish conqueror. You're welcome. Thank you. Cheers. Got me. Got me. That's twice today. You got me good.
actually
How do you know I was going to get that page? See, I'll give it back to you.
literally sent some of the people in the last 3 decades to work at Coca-Cola in their factories to find the secret formula. They still couldn't, but they got very, very close. They improvised. It tastes quite close.
If I had turned to the poem, really any poem, yeah.
Some of the stuff, some of the fake
It could have been a picture of Mount Washington, Mount Everest. The story of old Mother Hubbard. There were some, I think, deeper things going through our minds and understandings and just acknowledgments of what is. Yeah, we could have been reading the alphabet or the phone book, you know. They say you say the alphabet, you don't read it. You're correct. Thank you. If I had a pencil in my hand, I would break it. You know, I love that. Thank you. You're welcome. It is 1:04 in the afternoon here, 13th day of July, 2026.
The same characteristics of a sociopath. I want you to listen to this. You know what? I'm going to take a quick break and then I'm going to get back to this thing. I want you to listen to this coverage of the Democrat Socialists of America who have now completely taken over the Democrat Party's energy base. Not all the positions, but the energy is solely with them. I want you to listen to this platform. This is what they're running on, i.e. a platform. And tell me if this sounds sane to you, or if it sounds like the crazy guy in the group of 4 or 5 people talking too much and doesn't know when to shut up because he doesn't understand how crazy he sounds. That's what this sounds like to me. This country's going down a really, really dangerous path right now. We've been here before. But remember, as my friend Ginny says, you're the leaders we've been waiting for. It's up to you to fight back against this stuff with truth, facts, data. It matters, I promise. Quick break. Hey, weight loss injections are everywhere, but here's the catch. About 15% of users, I was just reading a story about this today, quit because of the cost, and another 15%, they stop because of the side effects. A while back, I've been done with cancer treatments, not to be like complicated, but I had gained a little bit of weight. I kind of overshot. I lost some weight, so I tried to gain it back. I didn't like losing muscle. I got up to about 238 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, it was not a good look for me. You can go back and watch the Rumble videos yourself. You know, I get like the moon face look and everything. I did a lot of research at the time, and I'm like, I don't want this. So I called up Miles from Brickhouse Nutrition. I said, hey man, I need to drop some lbs. I got to get back to a leaner weight. My joints get beat up. He's like, Dano, check it out. Lean. Folks, it worked for me. A friend of mine called the other day, the other way, I wasn't back. And it was like, hey, does this stuff really work? I said, you're damn right. Proof's in the pudding. I chose Lean for Brickhouse Nutrition. Here's why. Weight loss shots work by helping control blood sugar and appetite, so you eat less. There's no argument there. Shots can work for a lot of people, but Lean was doctor formulated to do similar things naturally. Again, I can personally vouch. Me and Paula both use it. She's pretty ripped. Lean helped tackle my hunger and helped support steady energy without constant cravings. I lost over 30 pounds on it. I'm still holding. Lean did something injections did. It helped my body turn fat into energy, so I burned fat instead of storing it. I love the product. My favorite part, Lean is a nutritional supplement. It is not an injection. No prescriptions. There's no needles. I lost weight with Lean. You can see it. Check out the pictures yourself. And I believe you can too. My joints feel a lot better too. Go to brickhousenutrition.com/Dan. brickhousenutrition.com/Dan. Use promo code Dan for 20% off. Give it a shot. See your results. This stuff is great. These statements and products will not be evaluated by the FDA. Not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease. It's not a substitute or alternative for care from a healthcare provider. Check it out. Lean. brickhousenutrition.com/Dan. Thank you, Brickhouse. Folks, listen to this platform from the DSA, the Democrat Socialists of America, and tell me again if they're interested in facts, reality, or truth. Does any of this stuff sound practical or workable, or does it sound like the rantings of a bunch of sociopaths? I think the latter. Check this out.
Is representing people of America on the Hill. They want to eliminate the U.S. Senate. They want to replace the president and the U.S. Supreme Court with an executive and judiciary chosen by a subordinate to Congress. They want amnesty for all immigrants. And they want to defund the Department of War.
This is according to a source inside the DSA.
Folks, this is freaking crazy. Yes, it may not involve serial murder. Well, actually on a mass scale, but not like the Jeffrey Dahmer video. But it's as crazy as he sounds. Are you freaking insane? This is their platform? No military, defunding the Department of War. No military. What do you think is going to happen the second we disband the military and implement this freaking psychotic platform of like rotting, infested, maggot-infested meat? What the... No military? Amnesty for all immigrants. So basically, open borders, everybody's a citizen, there's no border controls and all that. You think like it wouldn't be 5 minutes before a bunch of terror groups infiltrated the country? You just want them, it would be 500 million people would be flushing into the United States, and maybe even more. Replacing the president with some subordinate body, subordinate to Congress. Like, who picks them? Eliminating the U.S. Senate. This is the stuff of Jeffrey Dahmer like lunacy. Folks, these people are crazy. It's important to fight this two-front war right now. Really important. To keep Compass True North in our side, in our tent, in our movement, so we don't get lost like these freaking crazies. But it's also important that we understand the real enemy on this is on the other side. These people are nuts. This is really dangerous stuff. We know where this will go. Socialism has a 100% track record, success record of failing. It succeeds at failing every single time because none of this stuff is workable. It is crazy. It shows the lack of a compass true north, the lack of an attachment to facts and reality. Here's more today in socialist stupidity. Here's this congresswoman talking about a use of force incident that happened with ICE. Here we go again. These people live in like cartoon land. It's like they're sitting there on Saturday morning with their like Lucky Charms bowl of cereal with extra sugar, watching a bunch of cartoons they think is life. This lady's like, with this shooting, everybody knows you can just shoot the tires. No, dipshit! That's not how this works. You don't shoot the tires when a massive ball of thousands of pounds of metal, glass, and rubber are heading to you at life-threatening speeds, threatening your life or serious physical injury. You don't shoot the freaking tires. Doesn't stop her from saying in public, and stupid people from going along like, yeah, man, shoot the tire, shoot them in the legs. Check this out.
So we have learned some lessons. Apparently, ICE has learned nothing. If they really think that a car is going to hurt somebody, I mean, even a kid would tell you, you shoot the tires. You don't shoot the driver.
Yes, lady, a kid would tell you that. Because a kid is young and doesn't have actual life experience yet and really doesn't know much. Yes, a kid would tell you that. Folks, these people are either sociopaths or stupid or both. Here's another one. This one purports to be a centrist, moderate, not sociopathic Democrat. Lying to your face again. I'm not letting it happen, man. This show is not letting it happen. We are going to expose these goons and losers at every single opportunity. Every single time. Here's Alyssa Slotkin, who again pretends to be like this moderate, sane Democrat, saying something so easily refutable that again, if you just did a simple fact-based analysis and asked a simple question to like chat freaking GPT, you'd figure out she's lying. This is a really serious charge she levels here. The SAVE Act, very important, got to get this passed. The death of Lindsey Graham's not going to help, but maybe, who knows, maybe use it to galvanize. We need the SAVE Act. If there's no integrity in our elections and voter ID, ladies and gentlemen, people aren't going to trust the result. They're just not. After all the shenanigans of the last few years, they're just not going to do it. So what do the Democrats do? Instead of fighting the bill on its merits, They lie about it. And suckers and morons who don't want to do an ounce of research because they're morons are like, yeah, man, women need a birth certificate to vote. You do? Because that's nowhere in the legislation that you have to go to a polling location with your birth certificate. That's not in there at all. It's like they just made it up. I'll prove it to you in a second. But here's again, today, in socialist stupidity, this is where this party is going. It's all bedrocked in lie. There is no compass true north with these people. Check this out.
The other thing that we blocked yesterday was the SAVE Act, right? Which was literally allow this administration to rig our democracy so that it would be hard for any Democrat in any state to win any election, and disenfranchise all married women in the meantime, by the way. And just you have to show your birth certificate at the polls if you have a married name.
This lady is a liar. She's not stupid. She's just making it up. Dear liberals and doomers, I'm just asking you, please, I'm begging you, can you just do a moment of homework? I have no problem with you disagreeing with a piece of legislation. I believe otherwise. However, in a republic, it's a battle of ideas. I hope our ideas win in the end. But stupid is a freaking choice. Sayak in the chat. Stupid is a choice. You don't have to be stupid. You can just look this up. I love using these AI generators. I even pick ones that probably don't have a conservative bias, just to show you how easy this is to do. Put that in ChatGPT. Does the SAVE Act require you to show up at the polls with a birth certificate? Of course, you can just look this up. You can look this up yourself. Searching the web. No, it doesn't. It's right there. You can do this too. Justin just did it. Justin, what did that take you? 2.756 seconds? This is not hard. Stupid is a trick. Sayak in the chat. Someone says, do not reproduce. Don't reproduce, stupid. This isn't. Why are you such frauds? I had a phone conversation this week. I'm so sick of these. I'm telling you, folks, I am, as you can probably tell, since I've gotten back on the air, and I've had I had to keep my politics kind of bottled up while I was working in the last job. I am so unbelievably frustrated with the stupidity that's been allowed to fester on the left, and thankfully is being excised like a cancer from the right. But it's done on the left. The party's totally hijacked by stupid people. Remember this guy? This is what they do. It's all a freaking act. It's all a shtick. Stupid is a freaking choice. Why are you so dumb? I'm having this phone conversation this weekend with it's a friend, family member too. Kind of a liberal. But, a family member, right? And long and short of it is, it puts a guy on the phone who's a conservative, and I'm talking to him, thanking him for his service and all this stuff. And we're on speaker, and I'm just laughing because the phone call happened in New Jersey. And I'm laughing at all these liberals who claim they love liberalism and socialism and all this stuff, and they can't do anything more than leave. Like, all they want to do is leave. All they want to do is leave. Like the Nicolas Cage movie, Leaving Las Vegas, except insert New Jersey, New York, California. They just want to get out. They want to do the Snake Plissken, Escape from New York. Stop, man! Stop, man! Do not flee. If it's so great, why is everybody leaving? Put up that Wall Street Journal. I know we're out of order, but I'm in a mood today. There's this Wall Street Journal article about Mamdani. They're like, all these liberals, they show a picture of Bryant Park, which is in New York, and which is privately managed, which is hilarious. Like, look at this communist utopia in New York, a beautiful day in Bryant Park. Why is everybody leaving then? Liberal dipshits. Stupid is a choice. Why are you leaving?